go in a deep dive on like my old stuff.
Yeah.
And
On our sign.
Slots down. Slots down.
All right, welcome to In the Slot. We have another guest. We're just bringing them all in this week. TT is in the house.
Yes. My girl TT.
Hey. I'm excited for this one. This is like a little
I'm
girl
so excited for
pod.
Okay, before we get into the episode, I want to talk about our presenting sponsor, Hey Dudes. We've been wearing Hey Dudes all trip, and we genuinely love them so much. They give you a little lift with the Austin lift, and they're the comfiest, most beloved cushioned insole ever. There's also the Wally and the Wendy, and they're ridiculously lightweight and bring a ton of fun mix and match materials that complete any outfit. I've genuinely wore these on the airboat, on the pod, everywhere.
Yeah. This morning, when it was a little rough, slipped on my Hey Dudes, and it made it that much easier.
So you can check out Hey Dude, the official comfort shoe of Barstool at heydude.com. And yeah, you know, if you want to shop with Sydney Sweeney too, she wears these. So Austin, Sydney Sweeney, what more could you want? Thanks, Hey Dude. We love ya. Let's get into the episode. Tianna's one of those people that like you see online, and she's exactly like she is online in person, and she's amazing.
Perfect for In the Slot.
Exactly. The Slot is all about, you know, owning who you are, owning your story, and we sort of want to do like kind of motivation. Like, there's no like motivational podcast at Barstool, so like we're taking our own twist on like motivation, living who you are, owning your story, and that's why you're here today, because you do that.
Yeah. You fit the criteria.
Always.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, hell
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
So what have you been up to? I know you just landed.
I just landed. It took an hour to get an Uber out of there.
Right.
Because Super Bowl things.
Yeah.
But what have I been doing? I just moved.
Yes.
Trying to get my life
How's
in
everything
order.
going with that?
My life is in shambles.
Okay.
But that's a good
But
thing.
in the best way.
Yes.
Moving's hard.
That means
puts
growth.
A lot. Like it's a big thing. I feel like you never you don't think it's gonna be so much, and then all of a sudden it's like you have more stuff and more stuff and more stuff just keeps appearing.
Right.
I can't see the ground.
Where
in my
are you
whole
though?
apartment. Austin.
Oh, you're in Austin.
Yeah.
You love it.
So fun.
Nice.
Such good vibes there.
I went to
know.
Austin this year. I just visited a couple of my girlfriends, moved down there. I feel like it's a very up and up.
I've never been.
It's like the California of Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Makes
really
so much
like.
sense.
Yes.
I gotta go there.
That is
Way
the
to
place.
describe it.
And there's like, I feel like I need to live like near a body of water, and they have that beautiful river in the
Oh,
middle.
nice.
Honestly, Austin, it gives to me, if I would to equate it to a month, it gives August vibes to me.
100%.
Yes.
It's kind of
Okay.
always kind of a good time.
Equating to a month.
Equating to a month.
100%.
Let's equate everything to months now.
equate,
It's like it's giving August.
So you got the new apartment and the new car. I saw that.
the new
That
car.
big girl purchase.
I went from sleeping on a green couch
Okay.
to then, buying my
Getting
own
your-
green car. I
Yeah.
said,
G-Wagon.
don't worry, guys. I was on the couch, but I had to pop out for the one time.
You had to.
I have to purchase something in my life.
Gorgeous.
That was
It's a
my-
G-Wagon.
It's a G-Wagon.
Let's fucking go.
It's
That's
a
lit.
sick
Baller.
car.
You're driving past me, and I'm like, damn.
There is something to be said about being proud of the car you
100%.
drive. I'm like, this is the first time I'm in something nice of my own. I'm like, oh
And
my
well
god,
deserved.
the motivation is real.
Do you
Yes.
feel a bit
So awesome.
when you're driving, you feel like people are looking at you? And you're
I'm like, let me just roll my window down.
Right.
Are you just getting
blast some
smells great?
music.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys see Justin Bieber was driving in New York
Yeah, I was
And,
there in
with-
Soho when he was around.
and blasting his music?
Oh, no, I didn't see
He
that.
was blasting his music
with
out
his
of
windows
G-Wagon.
down.
With his new music, with his windows down. That was
I
his
love
that.
promotion. I know.
That's
was
Oh, I was
promotion.
hoping I would run
Timothy
into him.
Chalamet, they've all been stepping out and doing different things, and it's so exciting.
Timothy Chalamet.
I know.
Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
I love that
James
you're a
over there,
believer,
sorry,
though.
babe, but that is daddy.
That is.
Yeah, I'm like, babes in the building. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New boy.
New man.
Yeah.
No man.
This conspire. I mean, I feel like it kind of unraveled online.
I
but
literally I haven't even had the chance to say the full story, but
Ooh.
it's kind of crazy.
Sad.
Slot exclusive.
Yep.
You have the
How
floor.
long do we have? Okay, I'll try
Just
to do the
start
spark
from
notes.
the beginning. You guys hanging out.
Yeah.
So obviously we both got out of popular breakups on the internet.
Correct.
They were both obviously different times, but I think the consensus was that we were kind of similar energies in our relationship. So my breakup happened, whatever, and then I didn't know who Adrien was, but I saw that he posted 2 videos about, you know, like whether it was like breaking his Bengals stuff, or like, like did like one of his car videos, like to Please, 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 which was like my song at the time. And so that kind of like put him on the map. Like in my head, I was like, who is this man? Like
put him on the
radar. Like who does that? Meanwhile, like all the NFL fans were like down my throat. Like he's better off without you. I'm like, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, shut up.
I know.
Shut up.
So that I like got to know who he was, and then I was like, okay, well, this lady made a video that was like, hey, like they're both like very similar energies, like we should like ship them, whatever. And I like happened to see the video, so I like sent it to him because we had followed each other at that point. So I sent it
made
to
the
him.
move.
I love that.
I know. On TikTok. And because we had like, I followed him after I saw the videos.
Okay.
So sent him that video, and then with like a laughing emoji, because I was like, I'm not gonna get, you know, flirty in here, but like I'll send it like a ha-ha.
Ease into it.
Yeah. And he was like, I think he said like, when can I agree, when can I take you on a date? And I was like, I said ASAP. I forget the next word I was like ASAP preferably. And then and then we like exchanged numbers, and then he was messaging me, but I like was not responding.
Right.
I'm not a good responder. You know.
Right.
You know.
Side note, I've had to track TT down for months.
And everyone in my life knows not to take it personal, but
no,
like,
I know.
I'm the same way.
I was not responding, whatever. New York Fashion Week, so I'll speed this up. New York Fashion Week happens.
I love this.
No, keep it up.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm staying at the freaking, what's that hotel? What hotel is it? What hotel is that? The public hotel.
Oh, he's got a mic now. Hey, Adrien.
New York.
Hey. Say hey, slots. Oh, never mind.
In New York, and I feel like the rooms are like very distinct. I post me, I'm like in my room, I'm like, love the proper hotel, blah, blah, blah. And I like post it, whatever. And then I think like 2 hours later, I'm like scrolling on stories, and I'm like, I see like Adrien on Instagram, he posted the literal same story.
Hotel.
And I said,
and that wasn't like he didn't know.
Oh no, he knew.
Oh, he knew.
This was strategic.
He's like, yeah.
This was strategic.
All motivated.
Yeah. So
TT's like,
I don't know this at the time, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I respond, I'm like,
such a coincidence.
Like, whoa, like what floor are you on? Like you're in town. Like that's crazy. Come to find out, he did that literally for me to see it, but he didn't want to text me to tell me he was in New York because I wasn't responding prior. So
that's honestly a great move.
That's
so he was like, I'm
like,
pull
that's
up.
hot.
That's
I'm like, don't triple text.
I love it. It's like when you're being like pawned over. It's like the best
He's
feeling.
like, I put the bait out there and you took the bait.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fate.
Also, he got out of the box on that one.
Yeah,
too.
100%.
Yeah,
I love it.
So I messaged him like, what floor are you on? Oh my god! And he was like, come to find out, it was his manager that was staying there, but he like took the photo for the bait, whatever. Anyways, I'm in the lobby like whatever later that day, and all of a sudden I like hear, TT, do you love me? And I like turn around, I'm like, who the frick is that? Like that is like crazy. And then
you're like,
it was him. We just happened to be in like the lobby at the same time.
Love.
And that's when we met, and
How long ago was that?
When was that? July, August?
Oh.
It was like beginning of September.
Okay.
I have no sense of time.
That's
so
okay.
then you kind of bonded right off the rip, and then
We were like, it felt like I knew him forever, yada yada, and then we were like, I was like, okay, our comment sections are like really like tagging us.
jiving.
They like want us to
Yeah.
like meet or whatever. We should go like take. It was my idea.
Yeah.
I was like, we should go take some videos outside, and he was like, yeah.
I remember those videos.
Yes,
I know.
I remember
It was
that.
like,
yes.
We take like
I
so many.
Yes.
Yeah.
The internet was up in like
arms.
Millions of views
That
in like
was
one bit.
insane.
I'm like,
Yeah.
we were like, I think we knew it would pop, but we didn't know it would pop like that.
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're like
Oh, it
refreshing.
popped.
It's just like
Yeah.
more and more.
Yeah. So, anyways, we can like really get into the
No, let's get
nitty-gritty.
into it because I know that there's like a dip.
No,
No,
Didn't
I
you?
hated this. He was blocked for
Okay.
like a good 2 weeks.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Okay, let's get into
Yeah.
that.
We'll get into that. He's smiling over there.
He's smiling.
At this point,
I remember watching it unfold, and I'm like, I think they don't like each other anymore.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And
go.
you guys were like friends at that point. Like it wasn't anything romantic.
Well,
Well, he made a song.
everyone is like up for like their own discretion, I guess. Some people probably
Okay.
didn't like the way I was moving, but I'll explain it from my side,
Yeah.
and I'll try to do us justice. Okay?
Do you think?
Okay, so I met him in New York. after that we met that night. He calls me, or like that like ended like the New York Fashion Week. He calls me. He's like, hey, like my buddy, my like roommate has like a show because he does music as well, and he's like, and he has a show in LA, and I would love for you to like come with me to like the show. And I was like, oh yeah, like I have nothing going on after this. Like I just like thought it was like content. Like I was just like, oh, he doesn't like me. Like I don't like, we don't like each other, but like it's like a friend. We'll go hang out. He's like friends with, he's like really good at like being platonically friends with females. I'm like, okay, like let me just go and like go to the show with him, like fun. Yeah. Because the kicker to this is I was kind of sort of seeing somebody in Minnesota. A man in Minnesota.
Okay, I didn't know that. So that was low key. I remember
that too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we were like not anything necessarily strong by any means, but it was like forming or whatever.
Okay.
So I do go to LA with him. We have like separate rooms, whatever. And we go and we have a great time. It's like we were like buds that whole time.
No, you guys didn't like kiss or anything?
We kissed.
Okay. Getting really old.
Is it a good kiss?
You canoodled.
Shared a night together. Okay. And at this point, like, I was in an era, right? Like, I'm trying to, like, form my identity again.
Yeah, which is so fun. You're doing your...
I was doing my thing, my single thing, okay? I was very much single, not exclusive with anybody. That was made clear to me.
Yeah. That's what you wanted, like, at the time. You didn't plan for anything like this.
Right. I was, no, I did not expect,
Which is the best to find love.
Totally. So go ahead. I am in LA and I'm like, we like hang out, whatever. And then I'm like, going, like, bye, I'm going to Minnesota now. I had plans to like, go to Minnesota.
Oh, no.
I had the plan.
Damn.
And so I went. And I, went to this man's game and like did that whole thing and like just like was just doing my single era thing.
Yeah.
Dating.
No strings attached. You're like, you also just
doing
got out of
life.
this relationship. You want to, explore and do your thing. And boom, boom, boom. So then you go to Minnesota and that might have made some
things were like communicated on both ends from me. So it was like whatever. So then I go and I post a photo on the sidelines at a Vikings game. And that is the birth of the song Minnesota. I made it.
This guy's an artist. Right. He's literally an artist.
In my head, I'm like, I met this guy twice. Like, what is going on? Like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
But
so how did you address that?
And for those who don't know, Minnesota is a song about TT.
It's about
it's a good song.
Yes, and it's about me, going to Minnesota, and he like formed feelings, and I didn't know because it was never a discussion, but valid. So then I go to that happens, and I land. Because I didn't have Wi-Fi on the plane back home. Yeah. And it gets posted while I'm on the plane.
Are you literally? Are you? What are you thinking? Like, are you like?
The plane lands, and my phone is like blowing up. Because they're like, "What did you do? What happened? What did you do to this man?" I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not expecting this. Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And then I go to TikTok, and there is the song, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. So I call him that night, and I'm like, dude, like, why would you do such a thing? Because I look terrible. Maybe I was terrible. I don't know. But it's out for like your 6 million people to see, and that is shitty. And I told them how I felt about it.
So valid.
So then
I'm like crying. I'm like, this is like scary. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, why would you do that? Like, you could have talked to me about it first.
Right.
So I then, hang up the phone to never, in my head, never to speak to him again. He's blocked. I'm like, what the hell? People are like calling me messy. They're like doing the whole thing online. I'm like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta like, just whatever. So I that happens, and then later down the road, I'm in Nashville because my sister's looking for property out there, and he has my glasses. So we meet up for coffee, and I get my glasses, and he does an apology. He has like his apology song written at this point already, and it was an apology to me for like doing that.
Valid.
Aww.
and then we make up, and the rest kind of just like flowed after that.
Yeah, I love that.
So how did he reach out to you when because he was blocked?
Yeah.
So how did
that work?
How are you like, oh wait, you have my glasses? Did you get a little
text?
Oh, okay.
Did you like
Text.
low-key know when you met, like when you're gonna meet up again? Like, did you have like a little gut feeling?
was
Like, it might be a little flirty.
Yes, I did.
You definitely were like,
I would sneakily be so excited. To be like,
Everyone was like, "Don't."
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna tell them how I felt about it.
I
Yeah.
need my glasses. Like,
Yeah, I need
I can't
my
see
glasses.
without
Get
my
that
glasses.
that
Like,
closure.
I need these.
That
Excuse
closure
me.
talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So, and then it all worked out.
Yeah.
after
Oh, I
that.
love that. I love it.
I
And
love
then we
that
just kind of like kept hanging out, and like it just like grew, and like the apology was there. I apologized for like how I made him feel, and then it just everything
The
worked
communication.
out
The
since.
communication sounds great.
Yeah, we're both two Tauruses, which are really compatible.
Okay.
So we're like
I don't know anything about
very like grounding with each other. I feel
Okay.
like it's like a very easy
I mean, yeah, the energy.
relationship.
you
I
could
feel like
just
that's how it's supposed to be, you know,
It's very-
easy,
yeah.
like just like enhancements makes your life smooth a little
Totally.
better.
That's how it's
Yeah.
That's
supposed
what
to
I'm
be.
looking for.
also
Yeah.
in a relationship, like you want like a partner and like an equal, and like I feel like in this industry, finding someone that like you can both do it together,
Yeah.
and kind
Build
of a
each
best
other up.
friend, you know.
Totally.
like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah,
So
it's,
that's
it's
Totally
definitely
feel
cool
that.
to have someone who's like down to
For
clown.
you?
Yeah.
Down to clown, down
Yes.
for me, likes me,
Yes.
likes me,
That likes me.
nice
The
to me,
least.
nice to me,
The least we could do.
and then wants to like benefit each other's careers and
Correct.
like support each other. It's cool.
Yeah, that's
It's cool.
dope.
Yeah,
And you
it's
guys are doing like long distance and
Yeah.
everything. Okay.
I just like told myself, I'm like, everyone's thing right now, they're like, move to Nashville. I'm like,
mean, if you guys make it work.
I can acknowledge the fact that I got into a relationship pretty quick after, and I think everyone moves at their own timing, and like
Yeah.
what's right is right. But I do want to like sit with my independence for a while,
Yes.
Yeah, I
learn a
love
new
that.
city. Like
Totally.
I made a
Yeah.
promise to myself, and I'm like keeping it essentially.
Yeah.
Love that.
I literally love
You're
that.
owning your slot.
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah,
I
that's
love
right.
that stuff.
Period.
Yes, period.
That's
She's like,
right.
let me sneak in
You
this.
know, like,
She's like,
Get it in
"Yes,
there,
yeah."
Maddie. Get it in there.
That's true, and like then he can come visit you, and you can have your own little space, and you can show him your area.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so much fun.
Yeah.
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 Like to be able to
Yeah.
explore each other's
Yeah,
cities
exactly.
and get to
100%.
know.
Also, too, because I just feel like if
God
you can
bless.
like do that
Jesus
challenge,
Christ.
yeah, nice over
Blessings.
there. Hey, yeah, the
Blessings,
whole
babe.
couch is sopping wet. Might need a rag. Wow. What's it called? But I have no idea what I was gonna say. Honestly,
Exploring cities, going to each other.
Oh, you know, I was gonna say, I feel like if you guys like, and your communication's so good, and if you like do long distance, then it's like after that, it's like
Yeah.
a piece of cake. Like,
It's light work.
yeah,
I know.
Isn't it like an hour plane?
Yeah, 2.5.
Okay.
But
Too
I mean,
bad.
it's like
That's
nothing.
light work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't have to get into obviously the past relationship, but do you see like a huge is it the biggest difference of two different types of love and just like experiencing
Or whatever that
is
was.
it a whole rebirth and you're just like, wait, this is what it should feel like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's so weird because you really think you like have it. You really think what you're in, like who you love and like what you think it's right, and you think it was like
Yeah.
and maybe I didn't even think it, but I was like making it. I'm like, I will make this happen. I
Yeah.
will like I'm like choosing this person, whatever. And then you like it's almost like definitely a rebirth. It's like, wait a second, okay, this is what it's actually supposed
Yeah.
to
Then
feel
you
like.
actually
kind of like
get
an
the real
epiphany.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I haven't
It's crazy.
experienced
Love
it yet.
does crazy things.
It
It's
is.
like
Especially because like your whole lives, like you start with it, it's like really just like your family and stuff, which is such a different love, obviously, than relationships are with your friends versus like just such another level.
Yeah, it's
fun though. Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's been a change. For
Yeah.
sure.
But like career-wise, how are
Yeah.
we
How are you doing?
feeling?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
That's a good question. I feel good. I feel like I'm ready for more now that I'm like in like a new space. Like I want to start something new.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. I have like a little fire
like,
under my ass.
right?
Yeah.
It's like more motivation.
Yes.
feeling though, like how exciting. You know,
Yeah.
you have such a new era.
I feel like that's when you know you're happy, is like when you are ready to
When you're cooking up.
I've been doing that so much lately.
When you get excited, like,
When you're
I'm like, I want to start.
Dude, I have these little things I do, and I like go in like waves of like
Yeah.
what's
Yes.
next month's thing. Like,
Right.
Literally, all the
That
time. It's
ADHD.
insane. It's insane.
But it's true, like feeling inspired, like you have, people around you that making you feel motivated, and that's like the best feeling ever. Because feeling complacent sucks, especially in this industry. It's like you feel like everyone's doing so much.
It's so the comparison aspect of this is so tough. I feel like the first year of making it, or like making this a career for myself, was just, it's so exciting because it's every new thing is like, oh, this is like new, whatever. Yeah. And the tough part is like the years after, where you have to like, keep building and like everything might not be so like new anymore, and like keeping your motivation while you're like still going. I don't know.
I totally agree.
It's not easy for me. Like, I'll be honest. Like,
what do you feel when it's not easy?
It's like the comparison, and it's like feeling like there's always more to do.
Yeah.
And remembering just like relish in like what is there, and like the support and like the love that I do currently like have on whatever I'm doing. But it's like, it's tough.
Yeah,
it is.
I saw this quote the other day, because like I totally get that way too, and like
I feel like we
I
all
mean,
do.
I feel like everyone. It's like so hard not to in this industry, and like your job is to be on TikTok, but that's where all of this is. So you can't even remove yourself from that toxic environment.
It's so true.
Like, you're just locked in it. But I saw this quote that said like, it was like, tomorrow, like, don't let tomorrow's worries affect today's peace. Yeah. And like, I've been like really like, that was like, I just saw that a couple days ago, and I've been like really trying, like, while I'm here, like my phone's not working, I'm like trying to text, I'm supposed to go to like Utah to go ski after this, and like I was like getting all stressed, and I'm like, but I'm here right now. Like,
like
New Orleans, like
slow down.
experiment, like experiencing
where
this whole
feet are.
Yes.
Like, I know.
And like,
Cherish
this is my first time
everything.
here, and I'm like walk down Bourbon Street, like take it all.
Yes,
give it a
right.
little yeah.
But it is hard, because, and then once you scroll 1 second and you're like, oh, this is, someone's making this and someone's doing that.
I know, I hate that.
It's always also, I struggle with like my family or people around me in my life who don't know the industry are always like, what's next? What's next?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can't I just try to focus on what I'm doing now?
Yes.
But also in the back of my head, I do think of like, what is next? What does 30 look like? What does 25 look like?
Yeah, because it's so iffy. Like, not iffy, but
it can. I know it can go away.
Yeah.
At the blink.
Yeah. Like even the TikTok ban, was that scary for you?
It wasn't. I think I have so much love for my audience. I feel like I have cultivated something that, they'll go find me wherever. I'm so grateful for that. So I actually wasn't. In fact, you know what? I liked the little break.
Me too.
I loved it.
We were saying we wanted it to be longer. I was like,
kind of a joke.
12 hours, that's it?
I know.
First of all, I love Instagram. Yeah. I have a blast on Instagram. Okay?
You're in there.
My memes, that's all I live for. I was like, I'm fine.
That's
No,
your
I
kingdom.
saw your story post that day where you were like, I've been doing
Yeah,
this. I've
like you
been
guys
on
are
this
shitting
shit.
on my app. You're in my house now.
She was the one calming us down, like,
You're
guys,
like,
chill.
Yeah.
She's like, guys, chill. It's fine. Instagram's fun. Or like, remember you were like,
Yeah,
calming us down?
they were like all upset, and I'm like, guys, just give it a second. Like, get your algorithm up. I built this shit brick by brick.
Meta, get my girl.
brick.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
My
Meta
God,
ad.
working me up,
I'm like,
man.
is Mark in there? Jesus. No, it is crazy, this world, and it's so new, and like, obviously YouTube creators were a thing, but just like TikTok is so different. And I do agree with like waking up every day, and when you're first starting, it's so exciting because things go viral and new and this and that.
And
And
then
then
it
in
gets
year 2,
stagnant.
you're like, okay, day of my life.
Yeah.
And then you get made fun of because it's like,
Dude, and you have to like, what I'm struggling with right now is like, there's so many eyes and there's so many opinions, and you're not this like brand new shiny thing to people anymore, and the criticism grows. I feel like every year you're doing this, and it's like I'm finding myself, I was so like unfiltered myself, silly, like coming on to the scene, and I find myself every day I'm like
I totally feel
censoring
that.
myself. I'm like, I don't want to be like
Because you
that.
learn, because you learn, and
Dude,
then you're
the
like,
climate on TikTok is tough. Like anywhere, social media, anywhere, it's tough. And I feel like I learned that last year more than ever, and it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw your. Sorry.
no, you're good. You can go.
I saw your video. The hate. I was cracking up about with that.
Bro.
That was hysterical because it's so true.
I know,
Like I'm giving you the power to
that
hate.
one,
Yeah.
The review comments.
Yeah,
button
I
is
approve
my
every
BFF.
single one. I'm like, go ahead.
I'm like,
Have
little
a
do you
blast.
know, you're not on. Like, I'm giving you the power right now. I'm putting this on there.
Yeah.
I'm putting your hate comments
Exactly.
on my list
Yeah.
for
So
you.
funny.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. I just feel like that is such an ick. Like if you're leaving a hate comment, like imagine like sitting down and writing like, oh my god, like this girl needs better lips, or like what?
I just saw this girl.
Yeah, we get that.
We get small lip McGee's or like
Fours,
flat
bunch of
chest.
fours with a podcast.
Yeah, or like
Whatever.
make
Hey,
podcast
You know what?
equipment more
No filler
expensive.
is actually coming in.
Yeah.
Like it's back.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm need to get mine dissolved. Mine have gone a little.
No, I think you're
You got
looking
a little
great. I was
crazy.
sitting here, I was looking at them.
No.
Like, you're so glossy. I, love
I
them.
did that little.
They look great.
tint.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Wonder
The
skin
peel
or
off thing.
Yeah.
Period.
I love that.
I love
In the
that.
Uber on the way here, I'm like, I did a little too long, but hey, anyways.
No.
I just saw this video of this girl last night, and she was like, "Do y'all not have like people leaving hate? Do y'all not have friends? Like the moment
Yeah.
and it's true. The moment if I were to hate on somebody, my friends would see that and like call me up in minutes, like, girl, are you good? What are you going through?
Yeah.
Like, I just feel bad for these people. They don't have like
lives.
Yeah.
they don't have.
We were just
anyone.
saying how like what did we say? People who hate, like, you wouldn't switch your life with them, so it's like
Totally.
Yeah,
it's like
like
they're
I'm
coming from a
happy where-
point of
Yeah,
like,
like,
I wouldn't
yeah.
even want to be you, ho.
Insecurity.
Like,
Yeah.
That's what it really is. Anybody would want to be in our shoes.
Yeah.
So like, why I would never switch lives with a hater.
Yeah, real. Real.
And it's just crazy. What was I gonna say? Oh, like about showing yourself less. I sort of feel that too. More not like showing yourself obviously physically, but like your personality in a way. Or in the beginning, if you come on so strong of like, even for me, I'm like salad, and now like. Like I obviously love chicken Caesar salad, but when you say it 500,000 times and I do it again, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, it's almost like self-realization as you continue.
Yes.
So I agree with that for
And like
sure.
I'll even like go in a deep dive on like my old stuff.
yeah.
And
Is that our sign?
Slots down. Slots down.
Hey, this is the last
and
podcast
I'm
of the
like,
day.
let me take inspo like from my old self. I'm like, who
Right.
I used to be. I'm like, how do we bring her back?
Take notes on her.
I know.
And then you're like, did I lose my sparkle? Like then
I
you
do
the
that
worst,
all the
the
time.
most triggering. Now everyone's gonna say it. All the haters, but the most triggering comment I get is like, "Oh, we miss the old tea."
What
or
does
something.
that
I'm like,
even
I'm like,
mean?
No, I don't
No.
want to change.
No.
I know.
Like we miss all. It's the
You're like,
same
you don't
one.
even
Like
know
yeah.
me.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
right.
we're growing.
You don't
Like,
know me,
sorry,
bitch.
We're not the same person a year ago, and a year
It's
from now
true.
we won't be.
That's,
I
that
will-
means there's growth.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I just feel like the line between like comparison and like inspiration is just so small. It's like it's just so tough to
Yes.
like not compare yourself to people
It's
that
so
are
true.
killing it in the industry.
Yeah. I also feel like specifically like for all of us, like we are women too that are like in
Yeah.
our 20s and like you know the beginning of figuring out thing out. So it's like then comparison and views and stuff, but then you're compared what they look like and all, and then it goes into all that. So it's just like such a big.
Yeah.
It's hard, but then
know.
that's why we're fucking badass, strong.
I
we
keep
are,
grinding.
man.
It's a
Yeah.
grind.
I was just on the Tart Trip and I went
Yeah.
to some of my favorite girlies. And I'm like,
How was that?
y'all need to tell me what you're doing. Like, what's your daily routine? Like, how are you structuring your day? Like,
Yeah.
y'all, some of you got kids. Like, some of you are pumping like these things out. Like, I'm like,
Some
what's
people just
your-
have
I'm like,
it,
I be waking up like noon. Like, I
Yeah.
can't
Me
be
too.
doing
Alex
that. If
Earl
I'm,
does. I feel like she's always.
I'm like, how are you doing this?
She has a new event every day. I'm like, how does she have the energy to do all that? I'm like,
edit,
good for her.
pose.
Yeah,
Yes.
the edit is crazy, and the noon thing is so funny because that's like me, like especially in New York City, because there's that cult of like New York City 7 a.m. Pilates. Like, okay, quiet style. I'm like, how are you living like
bro.
this? First of all, her
bro.
apartment is like $17,000 a month.
Insane.
Insane. And I'm like, they're waking up and doing a whole day before I'm even waking up, and it's definitely
and to wake up
Right.
and to see that, and I'm like
what am I
damn,
And
Yeah.
to see this
I
car
love
I'm a
breaking.
failure, bro. I'm like,
No.
I don't even have the
What is your
energy to
daily?
do it.
What is
People
your
love
daily
you
life?
For you know, for your
Yeah.
slot.
like, wait, what?
People love you. Oh, she's like,
Yes.
what?
There it
I
is.
thought you were just
Did it again.
Right.
Scan it in there.
Yeah, no.
No, but like,
No, I thought you were asking me my day. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
you
I
want to
was.
know? Like, it's nothing special.
Yeah. I have to like remind myself that when I see that stuff, I'm like, because I think the same thing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so unproductive. Like, I'm still in bed. But then I'm like, okay, but that wouldn't make me happy. That would not. Like, I would be a crank the rest of the
Right.
day if I,
know,
did that.
like, yeah.
If I had everything's falling
Damn.
apart. Oh.
But
for two.
I think to people listening that, you know, you can find inspiration in your own ways and don't give up.
Yeah,
To give that
like
motivation,
100%.
aspect of like
Yeah.
keep grinding. And
Yeah.
I think I'll ask you this, like, what would you tell yourself a year ago, you know?
Yeah.
What advice would you give yourself to keep going, or people out there that are, like, struggling to find the inspiration, even though we are?
Yeah.
We just admitted to
Or
it.
just
Even
like
though we're
any
hanging
lesson
on by a
anyway, like,
thread.
in
I mean, like,
relationship.
fake it till you make it. That's a big thing for me, especially in this industry. It's like, yeah, I was nervous to interview you and interview Dave, but, like, you just have to fucking do it and fake it till you make
You literally
it.
have to just like take this, just even if you're terrified, there's like one foot in front of the
Yes.
other. Just
Correct.
get your body there,
Yes.
get yourself there. Like, I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of Mel Robbins lately.
Oh, we
Dude,
love
no
her.
one can pull me out of a slump like that woman.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, no one
Agreed.
can motivate me
My
more than
God,
her.
I want
I feel like
her,
we all
We love
emotional,
her.
We do.
like intelligence.
I
Like
know.
I'm like,
You know
She's
what I like
elite.
about her? She comes with receipts. She comes with
Yep.
the research.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
right.
oh, that's why my brain's doing that.
Yes.
Period. I can change that tomorrow.
we started reading this book, Inner Excellence. Like A.G. Brown was reading it on the Eagles, and anyway, we started like reading it, and like it actually like it tells you like
actually
so
a
much.
great
And I'm
book.
like literally reading. I'm like, how did you know this about me?
Right.
Like,
Dude.
Yeah.
It's just so.
I'm reading a book right now.
Resources.
What's it? Can I look at my phone real quick? It's called it's just about what we were just talking about. It's called hold up, sorry. It's called The Big Leap. And
Okay.
my therapist actually told me to read it. It's about like when you get into a level of success that you either worked hard for or you didn't think you can get, like we like tend to like scale back because we're scared of
Like imposter syndrome.
yeah, imposter syndrome. We're
failing.
scared to fail, or we're scared to
Yeah.
like get even like higher.
Yeah.
So
It's
this
true.
book is like really walking you through like the steps on, like how to break through that like barrier of
Like how to manage.
I love
Yeah.
that. I would love
Yeah.
to read that.
Because I'm like,
Totally.
how am I here right now? I
Yes.
gotta sleep. Like I gotta sleep in. Like I can't
Yes.
succeed. Like I have to sleep in. I'm
Yeah.
scared. Like
Yeah.
I'm scared to
Yeah.
like elevate myself. It's
Right.
like a real.
Or it's
real
like,
thing.
oh, I have
It's
to
so
sleep in
real.
because I'm so tired because I do so much. I deserve this. And then it's like,
Yeah.
I should be working hard and not sleeping in. That's where it gets me too. Because I'm like, what?
Right. I didn't realize that we all kind of feel like that.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
I'm like,
it's
all right,
like
good.
therapeutic.
I can relax now.
Mental
It
slot.
feels lonely sometimes.
It does.
It's really
It
nice
does.
having actually a boyfriend who
Right.
knows the industry like way longer and better than
Yeah.
even I do, and like
Yeah.
it's nice. He's been very helpful
Yeah.
because
That's amazing.
Shout out, Adrien.
Shout out,
and
yeah.
support.
really
It's the best.
Do you have any
Yeah,
advice
that's-
you want to share into the mic?
For the slots.
To
And we're
people,
putting on
people
the
on this.
Tiana's doing
Okay,
great. She
okay,
knows
okay.
exactly what she's doing. I'm just like a reassurance
Oh, that's the
voice
best.
in her head.
That's what we need.
So
You're
she's amazing.
All right, quick break to talk about Twisted Tea, the best light drink in the game, easily chuggable, the perfect drink to get in the slot as you
Yes, it's so nice because it's like that 4%. So you know, you have one, you have two, but
Light work.
you don't. It keeps you right there in the slot where you want to be.
will. You know, whether you're hanging out at a friend's house, catching a game at a stadium, or just going to the bar, wherever the day or night takes you, Twisted Tea Light is there to turn your day up
Yeah.
a notch a little.
Put it in a little wine glass, get a little ice, zhuzh it up. It's
Truly the
versatile.
best.
It's great. Twisted Tea, baby. Twisted Tea Light.
Grab a refreshing Twisted Tea Light today and keep it twisted. The best drink in the game. Have some fun with your friends. Grab a Twisted Tea and get it done.
Do you believe in second chances?
Yes.
we all know. Hey, we all know.
Yeah.
We all know I did at one point. Yes.
Yeah, unless it's like
Unless it's like really fucked up.
unless it's a really big fuck up. I don't know. I kind of
think
I'm
anything's
not a grudge
redeemable.
holder, but like I definitely will be like, oh.
I just think about it in the fact that like I definitely need a second chance every once in a
Yeah,
while.
sure.
So
Yeah, you
like,
know what?
That's my
Valid
thing.
point.
That's my
Please give me a
thing.
second
That's my
chance.
thing.
No,
But
yes.
when you're giving the second chance, you better be mindful. You better be mindful about it.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
If your life was a movie, what would the audience be screaming at the screen telling you to do right now?
Brush your hair. Clean your room.
get
Brush that
deodorant.
shit out.
Don't sleep in. Wake up.
Yeah, get the hell up out of that twin
I
bed.
feel like don't tell yourself
Change
to
those
be like
sheets.
inspirational. Like,
Yeah.
like my mom always is like, don't like stick. I don't know. I feel like I just doubt myself a lot. And she's like, why? Like you're killing it. Keep killing it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like I guess those negative.
Cherish the moment.
Yeah. Perfect.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then that's
On
it.
that note-
What did you? What was yours?
Oh.
You're like, all right.
Mine was like, go get a shot, girl. No.
Period.
Yeah.
Let's go get one right.
I feel like it'd probably say like, yeah, like be confident, love yourself. Like life's great. You
There
get
you go.
There you go.
There you
Don't
go.
be deep.
That's it.
All right.
I think we have to wrap up, but
Yes.
we
Yeah.
loved having you on.
Yes.
So much fun.
So
Yeah.
excited.
And
I love
I
you.
want to come to Austin.
Yeah.
Please come stay
I
with me.
know.
Come
Let's
stay with
do
me.
that.
After you can see the floor, I'll like scoot. I'll like get the air mattress scoot. My
I don't give a
stuff.
shit.
You know what? We'll look up anyway. You don't have to look down.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But yeah, we seriously love you, and we love you, listeners, and stick
Yes.
to yourself, stay true to
Yes.
yourselves, and you're amazing.
You're not alone.
Keep
You're
us
not
saying
alone.
that.
You're
We're
not
all
alone
feeling
ever.
the same things for
Yes.
real.
Yes.
No matter what industry you're in.
One more.
You're not alone.
Yes, you're never alone. We love you. Bye.
We love you, sluts.